everyone, my name is Ivy Sweetie. I'm a fashion designer and I like to share with you contents I know that will put a smile on your faces and also add some value to you. The topic of today is very important, it's very crucial, it's special because it's personal to me. It's my story that I'm going to be sharing with you. It's actually going to be in a series. If you're here because of the topic you saw probably while you were browsing or researching, you're probably like me, like about 10 years ago, browsing the internet, browsing Google, every possible platform I could, trying to find out if long distance relationships actually work. Now, the good news I'm going to tell you is that it actually works. It has worked for me, and I'm sure it's going to work for you. So, over this series, I'm going to be sharing with you um, our challenges that we faced, the things we did that actually helped us to succeed in a long distance relationship. But today, we are just going to focus on my story, how it all started. All the other tips, experiences will come up in the series subsequently. So please stay glued to the channel. If this is the kind of content you like, please like, comment, subscribe, and anticipate videos to be coming up. So we are now married. Thank God. We are now together. Thank God. So we actually started on the footing of long distance. So that was in we actually started dating in 2011. I was in the university back then. He was also in the university. We're both in our home country, and like I said, we actually started on a long distance footing from the very beginning, because I was in the university in another region in our country while he was in another region in the university too. So we basically started in a long distance. So most times he would try and visit. His sisters were in the same region where I was in, and he was in another region. So when he visits, he will see me, we will see. And I actually visited him, I think, once back in his region, and we spent some time, and we got to one nice place that he took me to. That's one of our special places. It's going to come up again later in other videos. Dolce Vita, that's one special place to us. That's actually where I got engaged. So I remember when I visited him one time in his region where he was studying. That's actually our capital city, Yaoundé. So he took me to this nice place. It's a special restaurant he reserved. We had a nice time there. It was amazing. So going back to the long distance. So we actually started dating seriously in February 2011, and in October 4th, he traveled to the United States. Yes, the distance moved from one region to another in the same country to a complete different continent. The distance got worse. Yes, that's how far it got. It got worse. But we survived it. I remember he actually won the American lottery before he traveled. I remember before he traveled, it wasn't easy. We had a long talk, and I remember that day we were actually in his elder sister's place, and we were just together having our quality moment. I wanted to see. He pulled out his passport and he showed me. It was like, I'm leaving. I was like, what? He said he has to travel to the United States. So, but he really wanted us to continue. He was like, this is it, I have to travel, but I really want us to stay together, and I love you, and I want this relationship to go as far as we can possibly take it. And I really didn't know what to say. I was happy for him to travel, and at the same time I wasn't really sure what the future is going to hold for him traveling. We just started, we haven't even gotten serious, like going deep into romance kind of. So I really didn't know what to say, what to do. We prepared for his travel, his family, and I actually grew up as a child in his family, basically like a childhood friend, a best friend to his junior sister. So I was practically like part of the family. So during his preparation, the whole time for him to travel, I was there, actively participated. And funny enough, his mom didn't know. We're not sure if, we're still young then, and weren't very sure how she was going to take it. We're hiding it from her, but all the sisters and his brothers knew everything, and we're just like. So I was actually there at the airport. It was, I can't really say how I felt, whether I felt so sad, like, because our relationship was really just starting. Like, we really, it was really just starting. That this is February, we started dating. We have not really bonded that much. We have not really gone into romance deeply like that. And he is traveling. So it was like, okay, he's going, let's see what happens. And we're there at the airport, everybody gave him support, and he traveled, and that was it. And it was really, really difficult because at that time there were no smartphones. Smartphones were not common to us. I mean, I did not have a smartphone. I had just the regular phone that you can only make and receive calls or texts. So that is leading me to my next video. I'm going to share with you how we managed to survive all that time. I'm talking about a long distance from the time he traveled in October 2011. I next saw him but in 2019. Yes. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 9 years after before I saw him like physically. So as the series goes on, we are going to see all those details, how, like, I'm going to be sharing with you our experiences, the challenges, how we went through the challenges, the tips and strategies we used, and everything you need to know, and how we finally got engaged, we finally got married, and his filing process for me to get to the US. Oh, there is a lot of package in this series, so stay glued to our channel, and you're going to really learn a lot from my experience, from my story, and even the filing processes. Some of us are still there waiting for our spouses to file and bring us some of the questions you face during your interview to come to the US. All of those things, it's a whole package. So stay glued to this channel. I thank you so much for watching, and keep in mind that long distance relationships actually work, but you need to get to listen to certain tips and that we use to survive this. It could possibly help you too. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed this introduction to our long distance relationship. See you in the next one.